Hey, functional specialist Nate here from Body Transformation Lab. And in this video, I'm gonna talk to you about how Susan went from a size 24 to a size 4 in her absolutely remarkable 110 pound weight loss journey. That's gonna it's gonna leave you floored. It's gonna leave you speechless. So I'm gonna dive in and I'm gonna walk you through the exact steps that we walked her through to be able to go from size 24 all the way down to a size 4 and to be able to lose 110 pounds, but not just that, actually be able to keep it off and feel good while she was doing it. So Susan was 56 years old, or Susan is 56 years old. She was stuck for 30 years. She couldn't lose weight after having her third kid, and she tried everything from pills, shakes, potions, lotions, and really any diet you can think of. And if you're watching this, you know that after the age of 30, whether you're a dude or especially if you're a female, your body starts to change like crazy after the age of 30. Sometimes, let's be honest, we don't even know who we are anymore. But she was dealing with symptoms like major gut health issues, perimenopausal, hormonal issues, inflammation, massive amounts of joint pain, low energy, fatigue, and a ton more. And I remember her telling me that her biggest fear was getting called on stage at church. She's a pastor and a pastor's wife, but getting called up to the stage from her husband and having to walk up just 2 steps, having to walk up 2 steps to get to the stage, if she was gonna make it up or not, or just how difficult it would look to everybody sitting in the church watching her go up the steps. But at this point, she's lost 110 pounds from 249 down to 140 pounds. And she went from a size 24 to a size 4, from a double X to a size small. Her inner age was that of a 70-year-old. We did this test, to be honest with you. We did her inner age testing just for giggles to see what had changed and transpired over this 14-month period of us working together. And she went from that of a 70-year-old, and now her inner age is 15 years younger than her biological age. So she's walking around now as if she's 41 in a 56-year-old body. So I'm going to walk through literally step by step the exact process that we walked her through so that, number one, you can take absolute value from this. But number two, there's so much information on the internet. We call it infobesity. There's so much information on the internet right now that individuals that feel like Susan was, that are dealing with hormone issues, gut health issues, weight problems, energy issues, and so many other things, they don't know where to begin because the overwhelm of information out there, from the internet to magazines to actors and actresses that are doing coaching programs, whatever. I feel like there's so much information that it's watered down, or there's just so much. So this is going to be the absolute simple process that we walk clients through on a daily basis. And this is going to be specifically Susan's journey from 249 to 140 pounds, from size 24 to size 4, from double XL to a size small. So step number 1, we took her through, these are all important steps, but this step it's crucial. We took her through what we call our 30-day Slim Down Reset Challenge, which is where we remove the inflammation coming into the body that's affecting hormones, that's causing hormone resistance, that's causing gut health problems, and we replace all of this inflammation, all of these things. We got to remove the inflammation. And what we do is we go on a low inflammatory food protocol, and we remove inflammation by getting rid of sugars and limiting carbohydrates. So when I say that we limit the carbohydrates, with what she was dealing with, we limited her carbohydrate intake from what she was doing to 50 grams per day. So low inflammatory diet and limit the amount of carbohydrates for 30 days. This is going to remove massive amounts of inflammation. We also got her on a personalized supplement stack, given her symptoms, to help speed up the removal of inflammation again, so she can lose weight faster and just get some energy back, start to feel better, feel some wins, feel like you have the momentum to continue forward, like it makes sense to actually do this. From a workout standpoint, I mean, you got to remember she was, very, very overweight, dealing with massive amounts of pain. So all we did was we just had her walk. We just had her make sure that she was getting 8 to 10,000 steps per day. If she felt froggy and she wanted to do a workout, then absolutely we had that created for her. But to be honest, when you're in this state, when you have a ton of chronic inflammation that's causing all these hormone resistance gut problems, sometimes less is more, especially in these situations when your body is extremely stressed out and in this fight or flight mode from the inflammation and from the hormone issues. So from a workout standpoint, we just had her doing some walking. During this first 30 days, she dropped just over, she's feeling absolutely amazing, which is great. But we didn't stay here. You can't restrict like this forever. So once we did that, after that 30-day period, we moved into step 2, which is ramping up the results to create more flexibility in dieting. So what we did was we got her a personalized caloric intake that would help her continue to have energy through the day, but also helped her lose weight at the rate that she wanted to lose. And she was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, so she wanted to lose some weight. And then we gave her a protein target of between 130 to 140 grams per day. So she just really focused on, a 1,700 calorie diet, roughly, give or take 50 calories, and then 130 to 140 grams of protein. At this point, we also added in some HIIT training. We did this at home for her. She didn't want to go to the gym, totally fine. So she was just doing HIIT training at home for someone at her skill level. Her workouts were anywhere between just 15 and 20 minutes. We were still limiting sugars and carbohydrates, but she did have some flexibility now. So in that 1,700 calories, 130 to 140 grams of protein is roughly like 550 to 600 calories. So she had this leftover 1,100 calorie allotment that you can split between fats or carbohydrates. We let people get flexible during this point, but I always do say, if you want to continue to lose weight and keep the inflammation out of your system so you can feel like you have no brain fog, you have energy, you're gonna want to continue to limit the carbohydrates. But in doing this allows for some flexibility. So if she would go out on a Friday night with her husband or her family, she would be able to just indulge a little bit, again, hitting her calorie and protein marks, but she was able to indulge a little bit, maybe having, some pasta here or there, but again, making sure that she's limiting the carbohydrates and being super, super conscious of keeping them at a little bit of a lower rate so that she can keep the inflammation off your body. Because if you're following macros right now, and macros are great, that's fantastic. But if you're following macros and you're not seeing results, there's probably an underlying issue of some hormone or gut imbalances going on. And that's going to stem back to chronic inflammation. So many people are chronically inflamed, so you got to get rid of the inflammation first, and you have to keep the inflammation out of the system. And the 3 reasons why inflammation enters the body are food sensitivities, nutrient deficiencies, and then toxins, so heavy metals and those types of things. So making sure that we're limiting those things, and those are things that, Susan was aware of during this process, and we let her know, keep your carbohydrates low. You have some flexibility now, but don't go crazy. Don't go crazy with the carbohydrates, because you're going to go right back to where you started, which is what she dealt with for over 30 years. But adding in the HIIT training is a game changer for weight loss. It not only burns calories during the workout, but it also revs up your metabolism so you can continue to burn calories even after you're done. This is going to help you shed those unwanted pounds in that belly fat very efficiently. So when you combine HIIT with a caloric deficit where you consume fewer calories than you burn, this is going to create the perfect environment for weight loss. Your body's going to tap into fat storage, and it's going to help you slim down. And let's talk about protein. A moderate to high protein intake is crucial. Protein helps keep you full. It's going to preserve lean muscle mass. It's going to support fat loss. Plus, it requires way more energy to digest, boosting your metabolism even further. So the benefits are extremely clear. HIIT training torches calories. A caloric deficit creates a weight loss environment, and protein helps you feel full while preserving muscle. It's a winning combination for your weight loss journey. You add this with low inflammatory, you are going to do nothing but absolutely win. And we stayed in this phase for Susan for about 12 months to maximize weight loss. Again, she had a ton of weight to lose. So she lost 15 pounds ish initially. So she still had 95 pounds to lose when we started this phase. So we kept her in that phase for the next 12 months, which brought her to about 13 total months here. And then another month later, she was down to her goal weight of 140 pounds, which is absolutely nuts. You're going to see some pop-ups of her before and afters. You may have already seen them in the video, but literally absolutely stunning. So HIIT training, caloric deficit, enough protein for your body with low inflammation, you're going to absolutely smash. There's no reason that you wouldn't get results. If you're doing some of these things, but you haven't really focused on getting rid of inflammation, I'm gonna stress this. You have to rid of the inflammation. That's why we had to do step 1 first. So we had to take her through that 30-day slim down reset challenge to get rid of the inflammation. If we took her right to step 2 and just gave her macros or just gave her protein and just gave her a calorie target, her results would not continue because the inflammation and the hormone resistance in the body isn't going to allow her to lose weight, or it's not going to allow her to lose weight at the rate that she wants, where it makes sense for her to keep doing what she's doing. It's a constant uphill battle. So once we finished step 2, then we moved into step 3. And this is where we really restore hormone and metabolism balance by going into a body fat reset point phase. And this is where we start to raise her calories up slowly so she can continue to lose weight efficiently and not put the weight back on. So how many times have you heard somebody lose weight just to put it back on? Well, that's because maybe they lost 50 pounds and they put 70 back on. We've heard plenty of stories. Or, maybe you know somebody that had a weight loss surgery. They lost like 150 pounds. And then over the course of, the next 5 to 10 years, they put all of that weight back on and more. That's because they didn't go through a body fat reset point where you help individuals restore their hormone strength and their metabolism after going through a diet, after going through a caloric deficit, after going through a cutting phase. During the body fat reset point phase, we took a very unique approach. Instead of continuing with a strict calorie deficit, we began to raise Susan's calorie intake gradually. This phase often is where most people struggle because they put on all the weight that they lost. However, Susan's experience was different, and the benefits of doing a body fat reset phase is you're going to have efficient weight loss. By slowly increasing calories, we prevented her metabolism from slowing down, which commonly happens during extended calorie deficit. This allowed Susan to absolutely continue to lose weight efficiently. It's going to also help with sustainable habits. This taught Susan sustainable habits. She didn't have to maintain an extreme calorie restriction forever. Instead, she learned how to incorporate more calories into her diet so she can enjoy the foods that she's eating to still lose weight. Also, long-term success. Most importantly, this approach set her up for long-term success. She didn't just lose weight temporarily. She learned how to maintain her new, healthier lifestyle and keep the weight off for good, which, here's a crazy statistic, 96% of dieters fail. That means only 4% of individuals actually succeed. And over 75% of the United States is considered obese or overweight. And that's trending upwards. Not good at all. But Susan was able to stay in the 4% because we did things the right way. We took her through this body fat reset point. And then lastly, this is going to improve her relationship with food, and it did. Raising calories while losing weight also helped her develop a way healthier relationship. She wasn't constantly deprived, which reduced the likelihood of binge eating or rebounding in weight gain. You got to remember, this whole entire process of her losing 110 pounds happened over a period of 14 months. In 14 months, she lost all of this weight. So that means the first month she lost 15 pounds, and then every month after that, she continued to lose anywhere between 8 to 12 pounds to get to her goal weight, which is absolutely amazing. How many times have you done a diet where you just plateaued and you stopped? Well, there's probably something that you're missing. And if that was the case, it's more than likely skipping step 1 and going right to step 2, or being inside of step 2, not adjusting your caloric intake as you lose weight. And then, your body fat reset point, extremely important. But let's recap her journey, because I think it's important that, I said a lot, so let's cut through all the fluff. Step 1, 30-day slim down reset challenge. Benefits of this: reduced inflammation, improved gut health, hormone balance, and insulin sensitivity. This is the way that we did this is we removed inflammatory foods, which enhance overall health and well-being. We personalized her supplements, which accelerated her inflammation reduction, and we increased her activity. We got her moving a little bit more, which boosted her energy and emotional motivation. Once we finished that 30 days, we moved into step 2, which is where we began to ramp up the results with her specifically 1,700 calories, a protein target, and then we added in some HIIT training. Again, don't just go follow 1,700 calories. It's different for everybody. But this accelerated her weight loss. It achieved through a well-structured, sustainable calorie deficit. We introduced her to HIIT, which increased her calorie burn, it improved metabolism, and it enhanced her cardiovascular health. She learned how to flexible diet, which reduced feelings of deprivation, promoting adherence to the plan, and it also boosted confidence. So she had visible progress. She started to feel really, really good. Like, oh my gosh, this wasn't just a short 30-day stint. Like, I'm actually continuing to average 8 to 12 pounds every single month. And she felt fantastic throughout that process. And then step 3, restoring hormone and metabolism balance, efficient weight loss, maintaining progress without the common plateau, sustainable habits, learning how to incorporate more calories while still losing weight, long-term success, establishing a foundation for maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and then also her improved relationship with food, which is going to obviously reduce the risk of binge eating and rebounding and weight gain. These 3 steps, each with their unique benefit, played a massive, massive role in Susan's incredible transformation. And by understanding and implementing these principles in your own journey, you can absolutely achieve remarkable results and reclaim your health and happiness no matter where you're starting from or what your past experience have been. And I just like to say this. I wanted to keep the video short. I wanted to be straight to the point. I wanted you to be able to just take massive value from this so you can start taking action, but don't ever hesitate to reach out. You're not alone on the journey. There's so many people that are struggling with this, but the journey to feel amazing, feel vibrant, have amazing energy, get your health back, lose weight is literally one decision away. So find somebody that's knowledgeable, that's trusted, that can help you on that journey. And I'll just finish with this. You watched this far. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, we love you. We appreciate your time for watching this. Feel free to reach out anytime. Like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. And until next time,